Good morning, everyone, and welcome into our last edition for this year's Sunday Social Podcast or Start Sit Show, however you want to look at it. But good morning, all. Welcome in my good buddies that want to help me ring in the new year. Dylan and Ike, how's it going?
What's up, Phil?
Fine.
You guys sound like you had a rough New Year's Eve.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it was a good time. Paying for it a little bit today, but what are you gonna do? I'm
Aren't we
ready to
all?
sit my ass on the couch and watch some football and hopefully win a championship or two. So that'd be ideal.
It would be ideal. All right, now before we hop into our start sits, let's just go over some quick inactives here. DeAndre Hopkins for the Cardinals has been ruled out. Same with Colt McCoy, leaving David Blau to be the starter there. It looks like Tua has been ruled out as well for Miami. So we got Teddy Two Gloves taking the start. You got Devontae Parker, who's also been ruled out for New England. Antonio Gibson looks like he is out for the Commanders, bringing up Jared Patterson off the practice squad. Doesn't look like the Cleveland Browns have sent in their inactives yet. Claypool is active, it looks like, after he was battling an injury. Looks like Chris Olave is going to be playing here too. Trevor Lawrence is also active as well. Tight end for the Broncos, Greg Dulcich, though. Looks like he was put on IR this week. Same with Marquise Goodwin of the Seattle Seahawks, put on IR as well. Looks like Tyler Lockett is also expected to give it a go after 2 weeks after having surgery on his finger. Deebo Samuel also ruled out as well. Ben Skoranek for the Rams, if you guys were digging deep into him for a start.
Everybody was.
You never know. For Baltimore, Lamar Jackson has been ruled out again, leaving Tyler Huntley to be the guy. Other than that, it does not. Jalen Hurts, the obvious one, being ruled out.
Julio's active.
I think I'd rather start Ben Skoranek if he was healthy. But I can't really see any other inactives here that are noticeable, obviously, other than Tennessee and Dallas on Thursday. But we already dealt with those. Oh, Jerry Jeudy active. Just got it on my phone. And that seems to be about it. So, Dylan, if you want to hop into those questions, we can.
All right. Am I crazy to start Sutton ahead of Juju, Dobbins, and Knight as my flex PPR league? What's the allure to Cortland Sutton this week? Because I've seen multiple questions about wanting to start him. Why? What am I missing here?
Kansas City. That's what you're because Kansas City, Russell Wilson had a good game. It's one of his top 10 performances on the year is against Kansas City and Oakland. So, not Oakland, but Las Vegas.
Anything during that. He was injured.
Sutton was injured. Yes, I understand that. But, if Russell Wilson can perform once against Kansas City Chiefs, I think he can do it again.
If I'm in the championship, there's zero chance I'm starting Cortland Sutton.
The one I would go
probably
with is
starting Dobbins and Juju over him.
I would probably go Juju over Sutton.
And I think I would lean Dobbins, I think.
But I understand the appeal because they're playing Kansas City. They're going to have to throw it. Russell Wilson had to throw it. Russell Wilson had to throw it the last time they played him.
Yeah, this is true, man. But
and he also had 3 touchdowns, I believe.
That is not doing it for me. The next one we got here, start one for the flex. We got Mike Williams or Leo Fournette. Lost Derrick Henry this week.
I would go Leo.
That one's Leo too, yeah, for me as well.
Yeah, Leonard Fournette over Mike Williams is definitely more safe.
Next one for Todd, pick 3. We got Joe Mixon versus the Bills, Cam Akers versus the Chargers, Jerick McKinnon versus the Broncos, Algier at the Cardinals, Williams versus the Bears. Jamal's not active, is he?
I did not see it.
Active. I missed it too. But then we got Singletary versus the Bengals. So I'm gonna go Mixon, Akers, and then do we go Algier over McKinnon or do we go McKinnon over Algier?
I'd go McKinnon.
I slightly lead McKinnon over Algier as well.
I lean Algier over McKinnon.
It's close, man, and I don't blame you for going that way.
Um,
That was
I
another
was looking
guy
here.
who we
I
got a lot
still
of
haven't.
questions about is Algier. People
I
wanting to
just
get
saw.
him in their lineups.
Yep, I was confirming that I haven't seen Jamal Williams be ruled out yet. It doesn't look like he is inactive.
That's weird.
That is weird. So it's Mixon, unfortunately, versus the Bills. It's Tyler Algier for me, and then it's Cam Akers.
Right on.
Yeah,
Next
that's really
one
odd
looks
that
like a tight end
Jamal.
question. Juwan Johnson or Noah Fant?
Juwan.
It's not fun.
I think it's Juwan as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not fun, but he gets touchdowns.
Yes, he does. Daniel Jones or Mike White?
Juwan Johnson.
Who is Dan Jones play?
They play where? Give me.
Giants.
Can't find them.
Colts. They play the Colts.
I don't want Daniel Jones in.
Jets play the Seahawks. So
I go Mike White.
I think I lean Mike White in that situation coming off that injury. Seahawks is a little bit better of a matchup. Colts just held Herbert to a QB 30 status last week, so I can't imagine what they're going to do to Daniel Jones.
Yep, give me White as well. And the flex, Zach Moss or Alan Lazard. Or grab Cordero Patterson off of waivers. Going to go with no there, and I'm going to go with Zach Moss. You can't trust Alan Lazard either, man. We probably don't know if Christian Watson's inactive yet, right?
I'm trying to stay as far away from the Colts offense as possible. And taking Zach Moss is not doing that.
He got 8 points last week or whatever it was.
Yeah, and
Alan
if Nick
Lazard
Foles gets you another 3
4.
touchdowns, another 3 interceptions, he's going to get you another 8 points.
It's better than the 4 that Alan Lazard will give you. Because Dobbs and Watson both in this offense.
Yeah, I guess you're not wrong with the process says play Zach Moss, the running back, over it. But I mean, me personally, I'm not doing it. I'm playing Alan Lazard against a very soft Minnesota defense.
I hear you. Next one from Felipe. We got Christian Kirk or Ken Walker. Full PPR.
That one's a tough one.
Christian Kirk.
Ken Walker is kind of touchdown dependent as of right now. So yeah, it's Christian Kirk. Look at Ken Walker's last 3 games.
This one's hard for me, man.
Ken Walker is running back 39 last 3 games.
Yeah, they're gonna need Christian Kirk a whole lot today. I think you give me the running back there. Give me Ken Walker.
I agree with you on that they may not need Christian Kirk, but the thing that's nice is Pedersen said he's not going to be benching his starters, so Kirk will probably get more work than expected originally, because they're not going to need him or whatnot. So I still lean Kirk in that situation.
Yeah, I think the Seahawks might need to lean on Ken Walker a little bit more in this game, to be honest with you.
Without Tyler Lockett or, with him being injured.
Yeah, and just the Jets secondary is solid, so it's that's
their secondary solid, but their run defense is much better than their secondary.
Good. It's both good. Yeah, so that's tough.
Looking at it.
Yeah, definitely the
Jets
matchup. The matchup says Kirk for sure. The matchup's not in Ken Walker's favor.
Yeah, Jets are 10th best at PPR points against RBs, only allowing 20 per game.
I do know. Yeah, I do know. They give up a lot of rushing or passing yards too, right? Because a lot of teams do just chuck it on them.
I don't know about the passing yards, but they give up 6 more points to wide receivers than they do running backs. Yeah. Still not a lot though, because 26 is still 31st. So they are second best against the pass right now. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Broncos were 1 apparently Broncos are 1 on the year. Jets are 2. Houston is 3, and that's because you don't need to throw on Houston.
You just run all over Houston. We got a live question from Dominique. What's going on? We got pick 2 for half PPR: Kamara, Brian Robinson, or Keenan Allen.
Last 2.
Pick 2. Yeah. With Antonio Gibson out, it is the last 2. It's Brian Robinson and Keenan Allen.
I know we talked about this pre-show, but what do you guys think about what if Curtis Samuel goes into that pass catching running back role and maybe sees 5 to 7 carries here? Do you think that eats away at Brian Robinson's production? Because I know you guys, even on the Friday show, you kind of shitting on Kamara.
More worried
I'm
about
going to have a
Patterson
hard
eating into
time. I'm going to have a hard time sitting Kamara, man.
Yeah, I'm more worried about Patterson eating into Brian Robinson than I am
Than Samuel. Huh? Interesting.
I mean, I just don't.
It'll only be like a few carries, anyways. Maybe 1 goal line.
Kamara isn't. Yeah, Kamara is still dealing with David Johnson there too. As weird as it is, I don't know why David Johnson is there.
He fumbled last
but he
week,
is.
so
he's still dealing with him.
Hill.
And Taysom Hill taking away some touchdown upside there. So it's Keenan Allen and Brian Robinson.
Just remember how good Curtis Samuel looked in the backfield, man.
Do you remember how bad Kamara's looked all year?
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah, I hear you. Give me Kamara and Keenan Allen, though, for me. I'm hopping back into the other stuff. We got need a flex full PPR. Richie James, George Pickens, Romeo Dobbs, or Greg Dortch.
The Dortch.
I think it's you guys might laugh at me. I think it's actually no, I can't say that.
You were gonna say the Deutschman, weren't you?
I was.
It's the second one.
George Pickens against Baltimore. Don't love that either.
I don't like the first one. Richie James.
Yeah, no, that's why my head jumped to the Deutschman right away, but David Blau, because no Hopkins, you got Hollywood Brown, you got the Deutschman.
It's Dobbs then, if you guys are looking at the matchup like that.
Anderson. I don't want any of the Packers receivers, man. With that, all 3 of them are healthy now. One of them's probably going to hit. I understand. One of them's going to hit. But, Mike, you can't. I still don't see this Packers.
No, listen. Receivers on the year.
Do you really expect the Packers to come out and just air it the fuck out, though, in this game? Their offense stinks, man.
They might air it out, even so if their offense.
Aaron Rodgers hasn't aired it out all year.
Yeah,
it's looking a lot better in comparison to previous weeks.
He hasn't even thrown more than 260 yards in the game this year.
I understand that. But I'm talking about the wide receiver doing good here. We might have a game where Romeo Dobbs might have 6 or 7 receptions because it's necessary.
I agree, but so could Christian Watson, so could Alan Lazard. That's my problem too. You know what I mean?
No chance all of them are getting 6.
No, one of them's gonna hit, and
So you want to play Richie James against Indy then?
No,
they were just held. Exactly. You want to play George Pickens against Baltimore's defense then? Marcus Peters on him?
It's not a good idea.
Ooh, Marcus Peters.
All right. You act like he's not an all-pro corner.
I lean Dortch or Pickens, to be honest with you. I mean,
Jalen Ramsey's an all-pro corner too, and he gets burned by everybody. What's the point of that?
I'm also not too scared of Indy's defense. I know you guys are a little bit worried because they slowed out Herbert at the Chargers offense, but let's not forget they also just gave up 51 points in a game as well. You know what I mean? And I don't think the Giants offense is going to do that necessarily, but I don't think we should be that scared from Indy's defense, to be honest with you.
I mean,
but we still haven't given the decision here. Ike says Pickens.
Pickens, I guess, would be your safe play.
I'm going to give me Pickens, the past
3 games, but I still lean Dobbs against Minnesota. Dobbs has shown it before. All right, now he's coming off the injury. That's the question mark, but he's playing a very prime matchup. The team that allows the most points to wide receivers. So that's why I'm high on that.
Morning, Dano. Happy New Year, cuz. We got Christian Kirk, Garrett Wilson, Mike Evans. Need to start 2. And you're going to go ahead and you're going to start Christian Kirk and Garrett Wilson here.
Yeah, bench Mike Evans.
And then we got another one. Once I can
find it's not fun. Mike Evans is not fun to watch anymore.
We got Mike White or Danny Dimes.
Mike White.
Yeah,
Mike
we had
White,
this one
yep.
earlier before. Dean, it's definitely Mike White.
Mike Blanco.
Yeah, you do not you do not want to be playing against the Colts if you're a QB. I don't know why, but they slow the game down so much they don't need them.
Then jumping into another Daniel Jones question, we got Daniel Jones or Brock Purdy.
Ooh,
Dirty Purdy.
Purdy's got 2 touchdowns in each of his starts. That's pretty impressive.
I believe it. Good matchup against the Raiders. This game just doesn't mean anything for anybody.
They will want to play Brock Purdy the whole game, though. So
yeah, I agree. I think you probably go.
I go Purdy, I guess. Him and George Kittle seem to connect that 50-yarder every week.
And Jones.
I think it's Purdy. It's close, but it's Purdy. Raiders are sixth best at allowing the QB's points. So you look at the matchup for Daniel Jones with the Colts, and like I said, they are where are they? So they are. I gotta reorder it. 19th best at stopping the QBs when it comes to that, but Raiders are 27th. So Raiders are definitely the better play right there. So Purdy it is for me. That's a close one.
Purdy.
Next one we got flex full PPR DJ Chark or Zay Jones.
What did you say? DJ Chark?
DJ Chark or Zay Jones. Yep.
That's an easy
DJ.
one, I'd say. No, let's say Jones. You're not playing DJ Chark over Zay Jones?
DJ Chark plays the Bears.
I understand that.
And the Bears give up a shit ton of points to wide receivers.
Yeah, you guys could have it out right now, and I'll be the mediator. Go ahead.
I don't know who Zay Jones plays.
They play
the
Houston Texans.
It's not bad, but you don't have, like you said, you don't have to do much against the Texans. That'd be cool to fit both of them in there, but if you can't, I'm still going DJ Chark.
I mean, do you need to do much against the Bears?
Yeah, because Justin Fields is coming at you with 150 rushing yards today.
Yeah, pretty much.
In a dome.
In the dome.
That game was a straight shootout the last time they played too, man. You got to remember that. And it's inside today.
Zay Jones as wide receiver 10 the past 3 weeks.
Sweet.
DJ Chark is wide receiver 30.
All right, cool.
So it's Zay Jones.
Zay Jones plays Houston Texans where they won't have to do much. All right.
DJ Chark
this is a real tough one. Zay Jones or DJ Chark?
DJ Chark has 14 targets the past 3 games. Let's go to Zay. Zay has 24 targets the past 3 games. So
I don't know,
I still lean Zay.
You were just
like I said, sweet man. He has the easier matchup. DJ
higher
Chark.
Floor. It's a higher floor. That's why I go with it.
You were just so high on the matchup against the Vikings for the Packers, man. But
you're
I know, but we're talking about
on
24 targets the past 3 weeks compared to 12. That's double the volume with a better quarterback throwing you the ball. Who's hotter? How can you argue this with me?
Okay.
What's your stats to back it up? All you're saying is DJ Chark because they play the Bears. Woohoo!
My stats are that there's no Jalen Johnson for the Bears. There's no Kendall Vildor for the Bears. There's no Eddie Jackson in the secondary.
Weird.
They have nobody defensively.
And it's going to be a shootout instead of playing the Titans. They don't have to do much.
And we just saw the shootout happen the last time they played.
They just gave Josh Allen a tough time throwing the ball, and what did the Bills have to do against the
Mike, it was a minus 17 degrees outside. They're in a
the weather, bro.
Today.
Think about it.
I understand that.
Oh, okay.
But did you expect the Bears to pick off Josh Allen twice?
No.
What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
It doesn't have no, it doesn't.
I'm saying the Bears' pass defense is better than you give it credit for.
No, it's not. I watch the Bears every Sunday, unfortunately. It's not. It's
their run defense that needs help. That's why your projected overall pick is Will Anderson.
Need help against the run. Their whole defense needs help. But anyway,
it's Zay Jones. You're going with a flash in the pan of DJ Chark, who has 12 targets the past 3 games. I mean, you're literally going off a 3-target baseline compared to 8 for Zay Jones.
Yeah, we're going off the matchup just like you're going off the matchup with.
I'm giving you volume and safety though with targets.
Romeo Dobbs
12.
has volume and safety.
When he was healthy, yes. When he was healthy, yes.
Was Christian Watson acclimated into that offense when Romeo Doubs was healthy or no? Or was
Christian Watson played week 4 and 5 after
because
playing
he
week
kept
1
going,
and 2.
You got to remember, he keeps going out with concussions earlier in the season.
I understand that, but in that stretch, Romeo Doubs, this is 3 through week 8. 8, 8, 5, 9, 4, 7.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty consistent. And then coming back, the 2 games, he has 5 and 6. All right, that is consistent, is it not?
My eyes,
more
man,
than
he
3
might
for
be the
DJ
third.
Chark.
He might be more the third.
That'll give you. I'll understand that, but you see, the matchup is much better for the Packers when they're facing the team that allows the most points to wide receivers. All right,
but their
that is not the
offense
Bears.
stinks. That's the problem with the Packers.
That's not the Bears.
The Packers' offense stinks. The Lions' offense does not stink.
I mean, the Lions' offense stunk against the Panthers.
Lions' offense doesn't stink, and once again, it's outdoors and Jared Goff outdoors, man. You got to fit the narrative everywhere, not everywhere. The Lions' offense is good. They score the second most points in the NFL, Mike.
No, but they're bad.
That's a fact.
They're bad, though. They're bad.
That's a fact. They average 30 points a game.
Apparently, they're bad, though.
We got to move on. We got to move on. We do got some live questions flowing in here. I hate defenses and kickers in fantasy, but I'm going with 49ers or Pats defense. As for kickers, got Carlson, keep him. I'm keeping Carlson, man. You know, if he's lined up for a field goal, he's going to drill it.
Yep.
But you got the 49ers or the Pats defense. You got Pats defense against Teddy. That worries me because he's not really a turnover guy.
Detroit Lions are 5th.
We're on the next question, bro. Get over it.
Well, I'm just bringing in actual facts here instead of guesses like you guys.
Still a top 5 offense.
I literally just at points per game, Mike, or what are you looking at?
It's points.
Per game?
Total points. No, just total points. They have 392 total points on the year. The next highest is the Bills at 420. So that's a big discrepancy from your top 4 to your 5th. The number 1 is Cowboys at 461.
But they still suck,
Eagles at 445. Chiefs at 438. And Bills at 420.
But they still suck, though, apparently.
Lions are averaging 26 points a game. Which is actually the best.
How worried are you guys that Lawrence doesn't play the whole game? Keith, I'm actually not worried about it. With what Doug Peterson said, he's only his starters if they're hurt, so they're gonna play. I think they want to keep rolling, to be honest with you. And that like Trevor Lawrence has been cooking the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Man, so I think it's gonna stay. I think it's gonna stay pretty safe there. We got DeAndre Swift, Ken Walker, Miles Sanders, Brian Robinson, full PPR.
Set one. Swift, because I don't know if Williams is playing or not.
Is that no, it's got to be a noon game, man. I got to find I'm going to Google it right now if you guys want to talk.
The Lions is a noon game.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking to see if Jamal Williams is inactive or active.
I was looking over here. Ken Walker. Like I said, Ken Walker's wide receiver 40. I mean, not wide
Jamal
receiver.
Williams is 40. Active today, so you're sitting Swift.
Yep.
Ken Walker's.
Unfortunately.
That ended up making it easier. Yeah. Do you agree, Mike?
Does it though? Because
for me, yeah.
Swift had the
tiebreaker for me.
Swift had the snap share last week. Now that's the thing though.
Jamal got hurt last week. Or he got knocked out of the game because he got twisted up on that knee. That's why it's surprising to me that he's playing today. But they got to go. Yeah. They're all systems go. They got to win. They got to win.
My biggest thing is they never know what quarterback they want to play. I mean, running back they want to play. So I guess
Dan Campbell was just like, fuck it, let's just go with this one.
Yeah, it's sit DeAndre Swift just because there's so many outcomes for him. He could have a great day, but he could also have just 4 points. That's
and he could lose carries to Justin Jackson too for some random reason.
So he's definitely the one that's the most volatile, and I'd probably be sitting him because of that reason. But I guess if you want to reach for the stars, he's definitely the play, and I'd probably sit Brian Robinson just because he's the safe one, but he may not get the ceiling. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like Ken Walker can hit a ceiling, Miles Sanders can hit a ceiling, Swift can hit a ceiling.
Yeah, Ken
I just don't
Walker's
know
just
if
gotta find
Robinson
the end
can.
zone, man.
That's the thing. Brian Robinson's going to have to find the end zone a couple times to reach his ceiling, which that's a lot to ask for the Commanders, especially with Carson Wentz now running the show.
Yeah, I'm still sitting Swift out of those.
It's sitting Swift if you think he's the most volatile, which he is.
Mike agrees with us. Mike, suck it. Start 2, Devontae Adams, Alan Lazard, Chris Olave, Darius Slayton, or Greg the Deutschman Deutsch.
Devontae and Olave. Hey, Olave.
I think it's Adams and Olave too. It's gonna suck if Adams takes a step back, man, and only plays like 75% of the snaps.
But I guess you gotta trust your studs at some point.
No, I don't think
you trusted him last week.
I did.
With those options, like I said, I'm not comfortable. Alan Lazard.
Dylan's got it right.
I'm not super comfortable.
We're looking
with
at options here.
Slayton.
That's what you got to look at with Devontae Adams. I personally want to sit Devontae Adams wherever I can because he's playing the Niners. But it's about the options you can play over him. If you only have Alan Lazard, Chris Olave, and Slayton and Dortch, you're not starting those over Devontae Adams.
Yeah, agreed.
If it was somebody else, like I'm looking at Dion's next question here, like a Garrett Wilson, sit Adams' ass.
Yeah.
And you're putting Garrett Wilson in there. But for these three, I can't sit Devontae Adams, unfortunately. You gotta play Adams in that one.
Yep. Choose one full PPR. Kamara, Swift, McKinnon, Waddle, Judy, Algier, Brian Robinson. Wow. Solid team there, man. If you can only pick one of those guys. I
would say Judy or Algier.
You said on the Friday show, Waddle averaged like 10.6 fantasy points with Bridgewater at quarterback, so that's not atrocious. And anytime he gets the ball in his hands, he can take it 80 yards for a touchdown. So I think I lean Waddle here.
Yeah, those are a lot of good options.
Mm-hmm.
Just choosing one. The safest one, I hate to say it, is probably Algier. With his workload he's been getting the past 3 weeks and the matchup against the Cardinals. But the ceiling play is Waddle. He can get you more points. And if Tyreek Hill is going to be locked up, I do think it's Waddle. They're going to have a hard time, the Dolphins, running on the Patriots. So I do think it's a Waddle day.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it's T-Law over Goff.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But I think I actually go Goff over Lawrence. Like, who are you going to split?
Going against the hot hand.
Goff plays the Bears. I said Bears suck, so I'm still going Goff.
Next one, we got half PPR, Garrett Wilson or Travis Etienne. Wow. Give me Etienne.
I go Garrett. Garrett with Mike White is pretty solid.
But it's the best possible matchup for running backs, like against Houston with Etienne. That's the issue.
And it's half point. If it was full, I'd go Garrett. Since it's half, I go Etienne.
Yeah, I go Etienne. Another good question here. We got Mike Williams, Juju Lockett, Garrett Wilson. Pick one.
Lockett.
Still going Garrett Wilson.
It's Garrett Wilson there. Yeah.
Yeah, out of those options, it's Garrett Wilson with Mike
we
White.
Got Eckler, Etienne, Walker, Dobbins, Robinson. Pick two.
Eckler for sure. And it's between Etienne and Dobbins. But it's probably Etienne.
We know for sure Eckler is going to be active.
Yes, he is active. He was off the injury report. That's how you know. Okay. If he was on the injury report on Friday, it'd be a little bit different, but he was off.
Give me Eckler and Etienne there. And then we got
Eckler Dobbins.
The Bills, Giants, Jacksonville, Washington, Miami, Minnesota. Pick one.
Defense, I'm guessing here.
Yeah, give me Giants against Nick Foles.
Yeah, good call there. Give me Giants against Nick Foles too. Guy's a turnover machine.
What are you thinking, Ike?
I don't like the Giants' defense, but it's against Nick Foles, so you gotta go with it.
Yep.
Yeah, Wink Martindale's gonna have himself a day.
Nathan, congrats on being in the championship. Need to fill an RB and a flex spot, half PPR. We got Gabe Davis, Latavius Murray, Zach Moss, Marquise Brown, Jahan Dotson, George Pickens, and Tyler Algier. Pick two.
Algiers in no matter what.
Yeah. Focus the RB spot first. It
Algiers
looks
the
like
running back.
he's the RB, and then we got our flex as.
Is it Davis or Dotson? Yeah.
But I hear me out. You still got Marquise Brown without DeAndre Hopkins.
Mm-hmm.
So he is going to have a decent amount of targets going his way. Now, they're not going to be great targets. I'll be the first one to tell you that. Marquise Brown.
Oh.
You have Hopkins out, but you have David Blau throwing to him. He could get funneled more targets this week. So
didn't Dotson play well with Wentz?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Dotson has been well, and I still think Dotson is your play with Algier. But if you wanted to go Marquise Brown, I wouldn't blame you.
Yeah, give me Algier Johnson at Dotson. I'm sorry, I think that's where I lean.
I'm surprised you don't want to go Gabe Davis right there.
I said Gabe Davis is tough to not have, but they're kind of the same guy, to be honest with you. And Dotson has hit and scored more touchdowns than Gabe Davis.
Touchdown machine.
The proof is in the pudding, I guess, so to speak. And that's where I'm going to go. We got Ingram or Goddard?
Wide receiver 12 past 3 weeks.
Give me Ingram. Oh, it's pick 2.
Man.
So maybe you don't need to play either of those tight ends. So it's Rachaad White, Fournette, Foreman, Singletary, Murray. Pick 2.
I'd play Fournette.
You're going to play Fournette.
Goddard.
Yep.
I still go Goddard.
I'm probably going Goddard too because
and I'd go Ingram.
They're not going to have to do much against the Texans, and you guys think they're going to be running all over with Etienne, so I don't think
I don't think Ingram's needed in that game. You said, he's not going to be needed. So it's Goddard, and then you're picking 2 out of White, Fournette, Foreman, Singletary, and Murray.
Fournette.
It's Fournette, and I mean,
Foreman.
He's going to struggle against the Buccaneers, I think, with the run game. I don't think they're going to be as easy to run on as the Lions were last week. But man, you're really capping a ceiling if you put Rachaad White and Fournette in.
No, you can't do that.
Together.
You can't.
That's what I'm saying. You cap your ceiling.
Yeah.
Buffalo, who do they play here? Cincinnati. They're pretty good against the run. I don't want anything.
I can't wait for that game. It's the Sunday night game.
Yeah, give me Fournette and Singletary. I think
maybe.
The Bengals are good against the run. They're 10th best.
The Ravens Steelers game, yeah.
Oh. The Monday game is Bills Bengals.
No, Told you. That's the night.
Did it get flexed? Because I'm looking at the schedule and it said it was supposed to be on Monday.
Oh, good, it is.
Damn it! I got bowling.
No, it's good that it's Monday night, not Sunday night, because Yellowstone's midseason finale tonight. Let's go.
We won't be back for months, Dylan.
It's Fournette and Singletary here.
They didn't even start filming the second part of the season. So you're going to be waiting quite some time.
Costner must be busy or something, man.
Yeah.
What's up, Tyler? Happy championship week. It was a rough season for sure. Let's use this offense to really do our research. 4 leagues, man, that's not enough.
I have, right?
I can't go on another season. I was actually 12 this year.
But
I hear 15. You, man. Juggling more than one. It's definitely tough.
Now imagine trying to set all those lineups after we get done with this show in a half an hour.
Right.
So that was the fun part.
We got another one here. Brady, Goff, Purdy, Godwin or Allen, Walker, White, Fournette, Singletary, Akers, Baltimore, KC.
Brady, Goff, Purdy. So Brady,
I'm going Goff.
Purdy. That's Goff in that situation.
I'm going Godwin
too. Keenan Allen.
That's close. Oh, shit.
I think I'd go Keenan Allen over Godwin.
Yeah, I'm going Keenan Allen over Godwin as well.
Close, though, but yeah.
Ken Walker, Rachaad White, Fournette, and Singletary, and Akers.
And do we go Giants defense? Do we go Giants defense against Nick Foles, or do we go Baltimore defense against rookie Kenny Pickett?
I like Nick Foles better.
Let's roll with the Giants again.
You want to roll with the Giants?
Yeah.
If Nick Foles is going to be the guy, you're going with the Giants.
He's a statue.
But it's Fournette and Akers then for the running backs.
Right. All Fournette does is catch 8 balls, so you need him in your lineup.
Yeah.
We got.
I lost our questions.
Who we flexing in for D Hop? Romeo Dobbs, Tyler Lockett, Drake London. Give me London.
Yes.
It's a London man.
The banged up
London.
Lockett scares me. I got to play him in the league. I'm hoping they're not going to use him as a decoy. Either way, it's a tough match against the Jets, so it's Drake London against Arizona.
He's 100% a decoy.
You're a decoy.
Decoy.
You're a trap. It's a trap.
Start 2. I'm leaning ETN and Akers. Also have Mixon, McKinnon, and Singletary.
I was gonna say, without having the context of Mixon, McKinnon, and Singletary, it's ETN and Akers.
I'd keep those two actually.
You'd bench Mixon this week against the Bills?
Yeah, as long as if you have the options like ETN.
Sending it. Let's go.
I would go Mixon and ETN. I'd probably sit Akers. Akers is hot, but so is the Chargers defense as of late.
So this guy was, no, let's just skip this question. I answered it for him anyway. Oh no, Mike, you gotta help me out. I lost the questions.
All right, flex pick 2. All right, Zay Jones, DJ Chark, Deontay Johnson, Mike Williams, Curtis Samuel, and Dallas Goedert.
That was so many names you just gave me.
Yeah, it was. Zay Jones, DJ Chark. All right, you guys know my opinion on that one. Deontay Johnson, Mike Williams. And then you got Dallas Goedert and Curtis Samuel. Pick 2. It's Zay Jones for me, for sure, on one of them. And then it's probably Deontay Johnson.
Flex pick 2. Give me Curtis Samuel. And Zay Jones. I answered it already. Nope, DJ Chark. I changed it when we were talking live. Give me DJ Chark and Curtis Samuel.
Give me Deontay Johnson, Zay Jones. Deontay Johnson's wide receiver 23 the past 3 games. He's a wide receiver 2, boys.
How many times
Yeah,
has he?
How
many times
I
has
don't
he
care.
finished as a top 24 receiver though?
I don't care. The past 3 weeks, he is wide receiver 23. We're talking about trends, not what he's done over the whole season.
But listen to me. Go look at his game log. Was it one game that went over that made him be that? Was it 2 bad games and 1 good game, or what was it?
I don't know. All I know is Curtis Samuel is wide receiver 32 over the past 3 games.
Well, you got to put context in it, asshole.
The context is
Antonio
the
Gibson-
last
There's
3
only a
games
wide
played.
receiver 2 once in the past 3 weeks.
The context is different with Antonio Gibson out and Carson Wentz back at quarterback for the Commanders. We saw what Curtis Samuel did with Wentz earlier this season, and he's going to get rushing
so that
attempts
argument
today.
works for you with Curtis Samuel, but it doesn't work for Romeo Dobbs earlier
Because
in the year
he's
when
not
he was doing
coming
well.
off an injury, man. Context, once again, you only put context in when it fits your narrative.
Well,
You gotta use it all the damn time.
You were using
No, it's
you were using
not.
context to only fit your narrative right there.
No.
Romeo Dobbs, still coming off the injury, has more targets than Curtis Samuel the past 2 games.
Why are we still talking about Romeo
And
Dobbs?
Romeo Dobbs is the 3rd or 4th passing option in this offense. In a shit offense.
And you're telling me the Commanders' offense is much better?
Where is Curtis Samuel? You're starting Curtis Samuel over Terry McLaurin here, aren't you? The only person I'd rather have in that offense over Curtis Samuel this week is Jahan Dotson and Brian Robinson.
I would still start McLaurin over Samuel.
Not a damn
If it
chance.
was those 2. Yeah.
Like the guys for the Rigor Fantasy Show said,
McLaurin's wide receiver.
When it feels like a miracle when they catch a ball, it's not a good thing. And that's what we feel like when McLaurin catches a ball right now. That's how I feel about Gabe Davis. When he catches a touchdown, I'm messaging you guys right away. Gabe Davis, yeah, 11 points. It's a fucking miracle.
He got 11.
That's what it feels like, man, to be honest with you. For sure.
The reason you're behind Curtis Samuel is the rushing attempts. I'll give you that. But they wouldn't have elevated Jarrett Patterson if they were planning on using Curtis Samuel 8+ times on the ground.
I don't think it's going to be 8. I think it's going to be 5 to 7. And we've seen how good he was when they gave it to him. And it's the same coach. It's the same setup, man. Same offensive coordinator. Maybe it doesn't happen, but I think it will.
Commanders play the Browns. I mean, Denzel Ward is going to match up on McLaurin, so that is a tough one. Yeah. I just don't think Curtis Samuel. I'm not as high as on him in the other options we have here with Deontay in there as well, because Deontay has been better the past 3 weeks. He has. He has the top 24 finish. I don't know what you want to. It's at least a finish. Curtis Samuel don't have.
Technically, it was a wide receiver 1 finish because it's wide receiver 11.
Take us to the next question.
I do love what Mike said here. More drops than touchdowns. That's funny.
Well, yeah.
Well, when you don't have any touchdowns,
unless you got hands of gold, you're gonna drop at least one.
Well, no, when you don't have any touchdowns on the year, of course you're gonna have some more drops. That's the big thing right there. But I did find that funny.
I mean, the dude's just the most targeted guy in NFL history without a touchdown right now.
No, that's Jacoby Myers. Still.
Man went 3 years.
Quick one here. Georgia or TCU from Dion?
Georgia's going to cook them.
If Georgia plays like they did against Ohio State, it's going to be TCU. But if Georgia plays the way they're supposed to, it's going to be Georgia. Georgia played
Even if Georgia plays
Ohio
the way
State.
they did against Ohio State, they're still going to smash.
They played terrible against
TCU
Ohio
isn't
State.
as good as Ohio State.
I get that, but TCU came out hot against Michigan, and if they do that again to Georgia and Georgia,
well, let's be honest,
into the game again.
Michigan is kind of a false team. It kind of looked like
their
quarterback was nowhere near as good as everybody thought.
But did you think that Ohio State was going to drop 40-plus points on Georgia's defense that is supposed to be number 1 in the country?
I did, because I picked Ohio State to win.
So then TCU's offense is pretty good too. I mean,
depends on Max.
12-1.
Max would have to put on his best C.J. Stroud impersonation.
C.J. Stroud did have his game of his career against Georgia, and I do feel bad for him losing. But kicker can't make a kick, man.
Sent it
Danny
way
Dimes or
less.
Minshew? Give me Minshew.
Hodges or Dortch?
What else do we got?
Isaiah Hodges for the Giants, or Dortchman without? I think it's Dortch without Hopkins.
Deutschman.
It's Dortch without Hopkins.
Brian Robinson or McLaurin in the flex?
B-Rob.
Yep.
Yeah.
You agree, LaPlant? Yeah.
Yeah. Typically, I usually agree with the running back over the wide receiver in the flex. I just got one here. We got one here from the Discord. Half point PPR. Noah Fant, Mark Andrews, or Taysom Hill?
Noah Fant, Mark Andrews.
Who was
Taysom Hill?
Oh, okay. Mark Andrews.
Yeah, it's Andrews still.
Reluctantly
is the correct answer.
Pick 3. We got Ken Walker, Alvin Kamara, Joe Mixon, Brian Robinson.
Mixon, B-Rob.
Give me Kamara, Mixon, and Robinson. I would say Walker out of those.
Who the Saints play?
The Eagles.
Yeah, they might be. I'd go Kamara then. They might be down. Even with Minshew at the home.
I go Mixon, Kamara,
B-Rob.
Yeah. Dion's all reminding us of the good things in Arizona. David Blah starting.
Superstar in the making.
Hey, beat the Bears one year.
Happy New Year to you, Damien, as well. I need a wide receiver 3, 2 flex spots. Options are Gabe Davis, Lazard, Olave, Sutton, Pacheco, and Najee Harris.
Go the wide receiver 3. Fill that first. I think it's Olave.
I'm not gonna like saying this, but it's either Sutton or Olave.
It's Olave if it's over Sutton, if it's comparison to Sutton.
Yeah, then I'm going.
The Saints play the Eagles. Yeah, the Eagles have gotten beat up by number 1 receivers, I feel like, recently. Like CeeDee Lamb blew up against them.
Olave, I go with, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's Olave.
Yep.
And
Olave
then I think
for your wide receiver 3.
And then I think it's Najee.
Yes.
And I think you chase a little bit of the upside with Gabe Davis here.
I was going to say Pacheco and Najee.
You're fine with, I think, intertwining either one of those, Gabe Davis or Pacheco. It's definitely Najee. If you're chasing a ceiling,
I was gonna say, how much ceiling does Pacheco realistically have?
He doesn't. He'll get.
He doesn't. It's a
about
floor. It's a
10 to
safety
12
aspect.
points. Yeah,
it's a
he's
floor.
safe.
Pacheco's not going to lose you the week. He's probably not going to win you the week at this point unless the Chiefs go up. But he's not going to lose you the week. Gabe Davis, I bet you he loses the week if he don't fucking score a touchdown.
Yeah,
8 points.
Right, he could win you the week if he scores his classic 2 touchdowns, 3 catches.
That's the thing. That's why you chase
yards.
the ceiling with Gabe Davis. If you're down points, chase it with Gabe Davis. But if you want to play it safe, it's Pacheco and Najee in your flexes.
Yeah, I understand the process. I agree. What do we got here?
Questions or
pick 2 PPR. I think I'm here. We got DJ Chark, Olave, Sutton.
Yes.
Give me Olave, Chark.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yep.
Still not understanding the allure of Sutton.
I understand the allure, but I like the other options.
Let people give him allure, man.
If Christian Watson is out, do I start Dobbs over Brandon Cooks half PPR?
No,
I think you still go Brandon Cooks here.
Agreed.
He has shown a little bit better upside the past couple weeks. Brandon Cooks.
He scored a touchdown, I'm pretty sure, too.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Wide receiver 38. Yeah, he played Cooks over Dobbs.
Amari Cooper over London and Ayuk. I should go London. I'm all in on London this week.
What was it?
Amari Cooper or Ayuk or London.
Where are you, Browns?
I want to say Ayuk because he's really, really good at route running and gets open all the time.
And he's your boy.
He doesn't throw it that much, or it'll throw it to Kittle instead. So I'd probably
go on him.
Probably the second guy.
Still
London.
Lean Amari Cooper. Commanders' defense is better against the run than they are against the pass. So I think they're going to have to pass the ball against them.
Texans plan to evaluate Lovie Smith's future at end of the season. Staff change is possible if Smith's able if Smith gets a second year. Okay.
I don't think he deserves it.
They probably shouldn't keep Lovie Smith. I don't think that's in the best interest of their future.
No, I mean, I will say this. As much crap as I give.
Did you guys get the Tua thing?
I did get the Tua.
No, what did it say? Give me that.
He's struggling to remember what he did wrong in the playroom.
Green Bay game. He's losing his memory.
Yep.
I honestly hate hearing that. I don't.
He should retire, man.
That just bummed me out, to be honest with you. That's terrible.
I wonder how that
that's
sitting in the room.
Horrible.
You're just completely defeated. Like Mike McDaniels and Tua were probably just both like, "Fuck."
I mean, we're not doctors.
You just killed all sorts of vibes. Man.
We're not doctors. We can't speculate anything. It could just be a forgetful thing for now. It could be a short-term amnesia thing. We're not doctors.
He could have hit the dab pen. Maybe we don't know.
Yeah,
maybe he just forgot.
They don't drug test for weed no more, so. But championship day, Alec, congrats, man, on getting the championship. We got pick 2, Aaron Jones, Alvin Kamara, J.K. Dobbins, David Montgomery, full PPR. You're going to give me Alvin Kamara, and you're going to give me J.K. Dobbins slightly over Montgomery here.
I can't believe you're.
I don't trust Aaron Jones.
Like
Kamara, don't let me down this week, man. Mike, Aaron Jones hasn't done anything in 3 weeks, and he's hurt.
He's running back 25 the past 3 weeks. That's startable.
Okay.
Yeah, I suppose.
What did he?
Kamara's probably a little bit better though.
The last 2 weeks, because if he's propelled by 1 week, man,
Kamara's running back 23. So I mean, what do you want? I mean, they're around the same.
How about J.K. Dobbins?
Dobbins is the one that's probably going to be doing all right because he has he's running back 21.
Unreal.
All right, let's go to Monty. Watch him be in the teens. He's running back 10.
Wow.
It's Montgomery and it's Aaron Jones for me.
Aaron Jones has finished as a running back 2 one time in the past 3 games. He's finished as running back 29 and running back 41 last week with a 5.4
11 receptions.
I'm
That's
not
the nice
trusting
thing.
him, man.
I mean, it's Montgomery, yes, for sure, because he's running back 10 the past 3 weeks. He's got a good matchup with the Lions. But I think you're looking at all the same range of guys here. You're looking at all the same range of guys here. Like I just said, Aaron Jones is 25, Kamara's 23, and Dobbins is 21. So we're hanging around all the same type of guys here. So give me the guy who has the best matchup out of all of them. That's Aaron Jones with the Vikings. So it's Aaron Jones and Montgomery for me.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to help you out here. And I said Kamara and Dobbins, so
I'd probably go Montgomery and Kamara.
All right,
let's look at Kamara. Kamara has less receptions in the past 3 games than Aaron Jones, so another reason I go Aaron Jones. Safer floor.
Stop saying it's a safer floor. He scored 5 points last week.
Compared to Alvin Kamara's 6 receptions, it is a safer floor.
Not when he scores 5 points. It's not a safer
Move
floor.
along. Move along.
He also got, oh my gosh.
We got Bob Tanyan or Cole Kmet?
Kmet.
Yeah, it's Kmet all day.
It's Kmet.
In this matchup, he scored 2 touchdowns last time they played him. He was the number 1 tight end in fantasy that week, so that one's Kmet for me. It's terrible. It is, man. It's brutal. The
Vikings allow the most points to tight ends. That's pretty funny.
So, is that going to change your answer?
It does put him into play more. But Claypool's active, so yeah, I think I am changing it. I'm going to go Tanyan over Kmet.
Ew.
But you guys still get the majority of it though.
Has Tanyan caught 5 balls in the past 5 weeks?
Combined? Has Kmet caught 2 touchdowns outside of that Lions game?
He's caught 1 touchdown.
No. But my point is, you're chasing 1 game.
And Kmet's been better than him every week.
You're not chasing anything from Tanyan.
You're chasing dead weight.
He hasn't given you anything.
If you get Christian Watson out, it's more targets for him. But yeah, Cole Kmet is better over the past 3 weeks. I'm just saying the matchup's nice for him. I was just shocked to see that the most points allowed because it was the Cardinals.
Burrow hasn't scored 10 points since week 6.
You're gonna laugh when I tell you what he's finished the last 5 games.
Am I though? It's the tight end position.
Yeah, you're gonna laugh. Yeah, listen to this. It's the tight end position. Tight end 38.
Surprised me.
Tight end 26.
Tight end 38.
Tight end 26.
Okay.
Tight end 50. Tight end 55. And tight end 43. You're not starting Robert Tanyan in any sort of matchup ever.
No. I'd rather start myself.
I mean, we're literally arguing over little shit here because if you look at the past 3 weeks for Cole Kmet, he has 27 points. That's literally 9 points a game. It's not that great.
Like Tanyan hasn't finished higher than tight end 17.
Tanyan has 5 points in the past 3 games.
8.
I understand that. That's why I'm saying that Kmet's a safer option, but Robert Tanyan has a good matchup. Could be a good DFS
matchup to get 2 catches.
Let's finish this up. Purdy over Danny Dimes. We went Purdy earlier. We were talking about it. Yep. And then we got Gerald Everett or Tanyan. And
that's Everett.
Everett got you 0 last week. This is the problem.
How is this an easier one?
No, I didn't. I said that. I didn't mean it.
No, because LaPlant said Everett really quickly.
Yeah, right. He gave you 0.
It's a tight end. It's a tight end. We're talking about the most erratic position in fantasy football that you got to start. Are you surprised he gets a 0? A little bit, but I'm not shocked.
You go Everett there after what I just said about Robert Tanyan not finishing higher than tight end 17 since week 8.
Gerald Everett still is tight end 32 the past 3 weeks, better than Tanyan. So, I mean, if you're going to go the argument over that, it is Everett.
Tight end 32. What? You just said that. That's awesome.
What do you want? I mean, Tanyan's not very good. He's tight end like 40, 58.
Yeah, I understand that. That's crazy. Just to think of how bad tight ends are, and Everett was good earlier this season, and he's tight end 32.
He's tight end 32 with 16 points.
That's atrocious.
That's why I'm saying we're arguing over a shitty position.
100%. Yeah, he throws the tablet today. when Carolina shuts this offense down once again.
Over under 1.5 tablets thrown.
All right, we got one more, and then we got to finish it out because it's all right. We've already run past time. Would you guys put any of those running backs in the flex over Godwin or Kirk? Where'd they go? Godwin or Kirk? And you got Aaron Jones, Kamara, Dobbins, Montgomery, and you got Godwin and Kirk.
I'd play Godwin.
Either. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm playing Godwin and Kirk, and I'm still playing Aaron Jones and Montgomery.
Cool. Mike, take us out.
All right. Oh, that's cool. Ike's getting good luck today from one of our fellow league mates. All right, guys, everyone, thank you. We really do appreciate every week that you guys have tuned in. It has been a fun season. I know it's been kind of a grog. You know, it is what it is with the season we got, but this is fantasy football. We love it, boys. And we're going to be back here next year doing the same exact thing for you. Make sure you are checking out all of our content at fantasysixpack.net. We're having a lot of baseball content come out. We're going to have some new membership plans also in the works for baseball, football, all those fun plans. So go check that out at fantasysixpack.net. You know, everybody, I know you're in your championship weeks, so good luck. Bring home that trophy and bring home those bragging rights. Other than that, for Dylan and Ike, I'm Mike. Everyone, good luck, and it was a great year.
See you guys.